Good Money Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Whoopin Bet Show here, brought to you by the Kota Sportsbook down there in Deadwood, South Dakota, inside the Midnight Star Casino. If you are in Deadwood, South Dakota, swing by the Kota Sportsbook inside the Midnight Star Casino. Tell me know the Whoopin Bet Show. Tell me you watch the show on YouTube. Tell me know the Kota Cappers, and they'll hook you up with a free t-shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we finished 1-1, smashed Seattle. They dominated the Fever. We thought the Sun could cover -5.5. They did not. They lost outright to the Dallas Wings. The Wings look pretty good. I sprinkled a little bit on the Wings future at 100-1. They played very, very good basketball yesterday. And I thought the Sun would dominate the paint inside, but it was really Dallas that did the domination of the inside game, and they looked well. And Connecticut struggled a little bit. I was a little upset with how they attacked that game, how they played that game. They took a lot of outside shots, a lot of just a questionable shots, very quick offense. They didn't go inside as much as I thought they were, and they didn't cover. And if you don't go inside with the Connecticut Sun, you probably aren't going to get a win, and that's exactly what happened. So we did finish 1-1 on the day, just down, just in the negatives. We weren't positive, so we don't like it, and we're on to today, Wednesday, of course, July 6th, and we have 3 games on today's slate. Ladies and gentlemen, I struggled with one of the games. We do have a play on all 3 games. I did struggle on one of the games, but here are 2 favorite bets for today. At noon, we gotta love a noon game on Wednesday. NBA TV, the Chicago Sky taking on the Minnesota Lynx, and the Sky on the road -2.5, over under 171 right now, and the Lynx +120 on that money line. We're gonna take the under here. You know, these 2 teams, the Lynx have been playing stellar basketball as of late. They seem to be figuring it out at the right time. The Sky, one of the best teams in the WNBA, under 171.5 we're gonna take. We think this is gonna be a close game down the stretch. Yes, it did go over the last time these 2 teams did play. But not by much. Not by much. If we look, they played what? They played on June 26th, and it was 88-85. The over-under was 170.5, so it did just go over there. But we like the under here. I think this is going to be another close game, and when I think it's going to be a close game down the stretch especially, we're not going to see so many shots, in those last 4, 5, 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. So I think the under 171 in a good contest between 2 good, solid teams is the play here for this noon game on NBA TV. Our second game of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is at 7 p.m. on CBS Network. We have the Washington Mystics taking on the Atlanta Dream. EDD is supposed to be back for this game. Mystics -5 on the road, over under 156.5. The Dream +175 on that money line. I do think there is some value with the Dream on that money line. We are going to take the Dream +5. Last 5 times out, games between these 2 teams, Washington has won and covered. We kind of used this in the Aces and Lynx matchup earlier. Was it earlier this week? I think it was on Monday, I believe. Sunday or Monday, but there was a stretch where both those teams had gone over the total, I think, in like 5 out of their 6 games when they play each other. We figured, heck, something's got to change, right? Being a good handicapper is knowing when those trends are going to change. Took the under in that Lynx Aces game. Boom, the under hits. I'm going to take Atlanta here, +5. Atlanta's playing well. They're playing good basketball. EDD is back. Obviously, the Mystics need her, but they do almost play a little better without her. And maybe intern clip that. But I just think that the Dream can hold this within the number. I'm not saying they win here. I do think there is a little value on that money line, +175 at home. You'd love to see that, but I do think the Dream can stay competitive against the Mystics here in this conference matchup and cover this +5 here for 7 p.m. on CBS Network. Ladies and gentlemen, our last game on today's slate at 9 p.m. CBS Network. I love the scheduling, right? We were always bitching about scheduling. We have a noon, we have a 7, and we have a 9. I love that. New York Liberty taking on the Las Vegas Aces. Aces at home, -10.5, over under 170. Liberty +435 on that money line. I also think there's value here with the Liberty +475 on that money line. A lot of people hitting this under as well. Head-to-head wise, the Aces have covered and won 3 straight times. The last 3 times out between the New York Liberty. The over has also hit in those 3 contests as well. But this number, you look, it's a double-digit number here. If you look at what happened last night, you had the Seattle Storm, a double-digit favorite against an Indiana Fever team that is at the bottom, the worst team in the league right now. They are just hot trash right now. Obviously young, but they're not great. So now I look at this game, and you have the Aces taking on the Liberty, a double-digit underdog. I don't think the Liberty are as bad as the Fever, However, I do think the Aces are obviously a very solid team, but I just think that this number is a little wrong. I think it should be lower, honestly. I do think the Aces win this game. They are the better team, but a double digit, when you have a double digit number, that's for good teams against really bad teams. And I don't think the New York Liberty are a really bad team. So I think they could keep this within the number. I'm going to take the Liberty here, plus 10.5. The Aces haven't been super solid as of late. They've failed to cover in 4 of their last 5 games. They have 2 wins in their last 5 contests. If you look at the Liberty, they've been playing decent basketball. On the same token, they've failed to cover in 3 of their last 5. They failed to win 3 of their last 5. I get it. I see it. I see all the stats. But when you have a double-digit favorite, double digits is a lot of points, ladies and gentlemen, to cover. The Aces come back home, but then they turn around right away and go back to New York, and they play them 2 games. So a very weird stretch here. The Aces and Liberty will play the next 3 games against each other. Very strange. I do think the Liberty can go into Las Vegas, not necessarily win. I do think plus 475 on that money line. There is some value there, but I think they can keep this within the 10.5, this number. So I'm going to take the Liberty here, plus 10.5. It's our least confident play of the day. We do like our 2 other bets that we mentioned before, but our final play here for Wednesday, July 6th is the Liberty plus 10.5. I just think double digits in this kind of game is just too many points for the Aces to cover, especially an Aces team that hasn't been covering the spread very well as of late. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's our 3 plays for today. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Let's just start a great conversation about the WNBA. And let's try and win some tickets today. Let's win some cash. Let's go 3-0. And let's have a great rest of the week. So alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, hope you liked today's video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Kota Capper Pace on the Kota Capper Sports Network. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Alrighty, peace.